Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Money Way, and today we're going to be giving a market recap on June 19. So I went ahead and I made a Google Doc with all the basic keys of stuff that we're going to be going over today, and why I am selling my shares in the stock market. Not all, but most. I'm still keeping my gold. I'm still keeping some of my airlines, some of my cruise lines, trying to get these quick gains. But overall, a very sketchy time in the market. So today, what happened in SPY? We opened up pretty green. We opened up about up $4, which is really good for SPY. That's around 1%. And then throughout the entire day, we're facing these major drops, these major jumps. Overall, a kangaroo market, but overall ends very low. And after hours is the same thing. Still jumping, still dropping. And futures continues the story. It's a pretty bad day for SPY in my opinion. So first, why am I selling my shares in the stock market? First, increasing fear in the market. As investors are looking at these major drops, major jumps, this is not the type of consistency that people want when they are going to the stock market. What people think when they go to the stock market, oh, they can put in an X amount of money and it'll grow an X amount of percentage, usually around, people try to say 25%. But this is not the case right now. We are facing like record highs, almost record highs. I'm pretty sure in the NASDAQ it's a record highs almost. And this is not looking good for investors. This is a major point of resistance. There's anything past this, we're making record highs. How does that make sense to you in the market that we are in right now? So for the time being, I used to be very bullish. I used to have full trust in Jerome Powell, full trust in Trump. They're really going to try to boost this market up any way they can, no matter if it's printing, whatever they want. I used to be very bullish, but now as I'm seeing the coronavirus cases having a steady jump these past couple of days, that's going to send a lot of fear, and for the temporary, I am very bearish on the market. So what's causing these corona cases to jump? Well, let's see. I pulled up a picture here. The protests are going out of control. As you guys know, the Black Lives Matter protests. Well, as you guys can just see looking at this photo, this guy isn't even wearing his mask. This guy isn't wearing his mask. This guy isn't wearing his mask. How can you see this and not imagine that if there's just one person in that entire crowd that's sick, that they are all not going to get sick? It's just a matter of time. It was so easily predictable that I was starting to sell my shares even a week ago when these protests first started, because it just makes sense. They're so close to each other. Some of them are not respecting the guidelines, and there's even some parts of the cities where cops are completely cut off. There's no rules. What stops them from not wearing their mask? Even in this photo, you see a guy right there completely doesn't even have a mask. That guy. It's just not looking good right now, especially in terms of fear. And it's not just me that thinks that. Apple stores close in 4 states as coronavirus cases jump. What do you think this is due? This is due from the protests. This is due from all these lines of people, all these people just crowded up in one small area. That can spread the virus so fast. You see right there, up 30%. It's not looking good, boys. And I talked about this in an earlier video. If you didn't see that, go ahead and go watch. It's my top 5 gold stocks, and I go a bit more into detail on why gold stocks are such a cop right now. So if you guys go ahead and look at, this is my favorite one. They're starting to jump in the last couple of weeks. The last month they faced a major jump, and that is due to not only inflation from the Fed, because obviously when stocks drop, they have to pump in, millions, billions, trillions, whatever it may be, dollars. And that sends the dollar value lower and lower and lower the more that they do it. And not only this, gold is a safe haven for investors. Gold can pretty much stay stable or it goes up. It very rarely drops in value. And that is compared to the dollar. The dollar can change drastically, and just having money staying in banks, which by the way can fail too, gold can never fail. Gold is a commodity. It's a physical object. While the dollar is just a piece of paper. It doesn't mean much, and it can fluctuate in value by a lot. So as they're keeping keeping these dollars in the bank right now, as the Fed is dumping even more and more money into the stock market, into the bond market, that's lowering the value of their dollars. So they're losing money without even doing anything. But what I think is going to come in the next couple of days, if you guys are looking to exit the market, watch out for the Fed. They have all these meetings, they're talking about all these different things, and it's really looking like they're trying to up their game on this. It's not looking too good on the future, as if you guys might have watched one of the meetings earlier. Jerome Powell was very gloomy on the sake of the market, on the finance outcast. You know, he was just not saying good things. He was not being very direct with his words. He was kind of giving us broad answers, and of course, investors, we do not like that, and that is why we are facing these major drops, as well as from the coronavirus cases. So remember, I'm not a financial director. I'm not. This is just my opinion, and of course, I'm going to give you guys the evidence behind it. I'm going to give you guys the news, and you guys, of course, want to make your own research, compile your own data, and make your choices depending on whether you want to stay in this market and try to gamble a couple more profits, or if you want to stay out just for the time being. I'm not saying forever. I'm saying for the temporary. And see you guys in the next video. Have a great week.